Magic Enigma. He's going to talk about the magic of trade shows and business. Barry is president of the Ilford Magic Circle, Magic Society, sorry. He's a member of the Magic Circle. He's a member of the International Brotherhood of Magicians, which is a worldwide organisation. And he has the Order of Merlin. And if you were at the President's lunch, you would have had the pleasure of seeing him do close-up magic. So with that, I'll introduce you to Barry Hicks.
Thank you. I introduce myself properly. I'm taking my life into my hands. And it's the thought that counts, remember that. Now Sylvia, I've got two balloons there. Which one would you like?
The blue one, please.
The blue one. Blue for a boy, is that right? Now, I'm going to try. Is there anything that you would like? Do you spell your name? How do you spell your name?
S-Y-L.
Sorry?
S.
Oh.
I'm a nervous wreck.
Should we try that again? We'll try that again, yeah?
I like the blue one.
You like the blue one?
Oh.
Just for you. Right, can I just firstly can I thank you for inviting myself and my wife today. What I'm going to talk about today is the business of magic, magic in business. Now I present trade show magic, and if you just let me tell you, just as a side, if anybody does any talks at all, if you've got one of these cases that's just got to lift up top, and you use a clipboard, you've got your own lectern. Just a little tip. Anyway, just go on. A trade show magician is somebody that presents a business who brings in leads and creates a lot of interest in the product and services of the company. And you can stop traffic, you can actually get people just as an attraction, or you can actually create business for your company. So let's just do an experiment. Now, why are you all here today? Why are you all here today? Rotary. You'd like to do business with like-minded people? Is that correct? Yes. Come on, say yes. Yes. And you like to do that in a relaxed environment, don't you? And you like to go to weekly meetings?
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah? What's that? And you're community and charity orientated?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Would say that. And you like to have guest speakers and discuss issues. Am I correct in that?
No.
And most of all, you like to do that at reasonable cost, wouldn't you?
Oh, yes.
Which I'm sure you do. And where would you go for that? You go the only place you could go, you go to the Rotary Club of Hornchurch and Upminster. I think that deserves a round of Just to show you that sort of includes a few unique selling points of your organisation. So if you were a company, you'd include those, and that's how you would start off, by sort of trying to influence the people that want to join this club. Now, trade show magic, you could be a theatre presenter, but the trouble is people watch a show and they go on. You've got to be a company person. You've got to be a person in that company, so you've got to learn everything you can about the company, the product or the service. You've got to leave a memory of the product with the client. It could involve giveaways and presentations. You've got to give the salesman a conversation starter, whatever. Now, you've seen this before, some of you, but you're going to see it again. Can you just imagine, I'm working on a stand, and I'm working for a company, and that company deals with positive media. Okay, and what do? We do photography, or we do print. Can you see print? and we do social media. Can you see that? Social media. And we do web design. And we also do photography, which I said first of all. And it's all in one place. Okay, so what do we give you? We give you continuity, we give you a good service, a quick service, but most of all, you get value for money. And if you look very carefully, that will save you loads of money. Now, when you're at a trade stand, it's your silent assistant. Now, it's very difficult. I don't know if you ever go to trade shows, but where you stand is very, very important, because if you stand in the wrong place, you won't get your customers. So you've got to be in the right place. You've got to have regard to your competition. You normally have a clock or a time, might be every half an hour you do a show, and you include their product and service in the show. So you have a proper script, you learn about the product, and you'll be able to tell you as the customer what they're getting, but also entertain them as well. You may have audience standing or sitting, so you never know. A thing you must have is a sound system, if you need it. You've got to be part of the team, as I said before, and the show shouldn't be very long. It should only be 10 minutes or so. I'm going to move on to something else which I think you've seen before. What do we do? This is a problem. Okay? And can I ask you, you're in business, are you?
Yes.
Is there any problems that you like solving? Anything in particular? Could be staff, could be anything. What was the problem you like to do?
Yeah,
Solve?
staff problem.
You've got staff problems, yeah? So, you are linked with your staff, okay? You can see your staff's on there. Can you see that? Yeah, you got that? Your staff's on there. Now, the only one way to get out of the problem is always, if you come to my company, we will solve your problems for you. But, can I borrow you, sir? Could you just stand up? Could you just face that way? Thank you. Put your hand out. Now, people tie you in knots, don't they? Say you've got a contract. Do you get contracts in your business? And sometimes you read the small print and it ties you in knots. And you cannot get the answers, is that right? Can you see that? They've just tied it in a knot. Let me put that in there. And can you hold that for me, sir? And could you come over for me? Hold your hand. And if you come to my company, we will solve your problem. And last of all, you can see that the ring is on there. What do you want to achieve? What would you like to achieve at the end of the year? What would you like to achieve? You take both hands for me. You'd like to achieve that you've got no problems at all. And we can always do that for you. Because we always have Now, the thing is that when you're, one of the things is that now health and safety is a problem. When you go to a show, you've got to make sure your microphone or your amplifying, it's taped down and you follow all the different things. Steps, you have to make sure nobody trips up steps. But why do exhibitors employ you for a trade show? Why would they want you for them? They want to have more sales, more leads. They might want to enhance their corporate viability. Just be there. You want to meet new customers. You may want to educate your target audience. So if you invite the target audience, you can educate them. There's loads on this list, but I won't go through them. We'll move on to something else. Now, is anybody here good at maths?
Ron Giggis.
No? Treasurer. Well, it's just a simple thing. Can all of you think of a playing card? Everybody just think of a playing card. You got one?
Yeah.
Now, whatever it is, if it's say it's a 5, go to the next number, which is 6, and add those two together. Yeah? Obviously, if it's a jack, it's 11. If it's a queen, it's 12. And a king, it's 13. But to make it easy for yourself, have a lower number. So you've got your card. So if you've got a 5, you add 6 to it. Yeah?
What's 19 then?
Right?
What's 19 then?
No, I haven't
One's
finished
a
yet.
9 and I've gone to a 10, that's 19.
19, right. Now
What's
multiply that by 5. Now it gets a bit more difficult. Multiply by 5. Multiply by 5?
95.
Right? So you've added the two together, multiply by 5. I'm going slow because obviously I don't want to... So we're up to a figure. Everybody there?
Yeah.
Now, if it's a club, add 6. If it's a heart, add 7. If it's a spade, add 8. And if it's a diamond, add 9. Is that easy to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, who can I go for the first number? Who's ready with a number? Put your hand up. Go on.
We're 9.
Sorry? Yes, Christine, what's your number?
64.
64. You've got the 5 of diamonds. You must have gone wrong then. Anyway, anybody else? 52. You've got the 4 of her hearts. He's right. Right. How about you, sir? With the glasses there. No, I mean you.
Right.
What you got?
71.
You've got 71. That's a 6 of clubs.
Yeah.
There we are. That's another one. How about I forgot. Anybody else?
124.
Blah 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 blah. Let me just see. That's a jack. That's a jack of. Hold on. No. 124. Yeah, a jack of diamonds. Right. Got it. That's life. I'll speak to you later about that, Christine.
Yeah, I'm not very good at maths.
She was a plant student, it's all right.
It wasn't money.
It wasn't money,
It wasn't money, it wasn't
Yeah,
money,
not
just
money.
numbers. They've been money.
Who can we ask there? Who's in business here? This young man's in business. You've seen me do this before.
Yes.
I'm going to do this in a business-orientated way. And it just gives you the idea you've got to get the name of your product over. So, just take one of those cards. Yeah. And would you now just write across the short end for me? Short end. That's this end. Yeah. What's a good quality of your business? What's a good selling point of your business? Sorry? All right, that's right. Let's just say sick patients. He's got sick patients. Keep the pen for a moment. Sick patient. Now the reason that seems a very unusual thing for me. I've never come across that before. I'm going to put it in the middle and touch the top. You must be good at your job because those sick patients always come to the top. Okay? Now, can you all see that? Sick patients, yeah? Yeah? And what is your name, sir?
John.
John, touch the top. Because I know that sometimes you have to start right at the bottom of your sick patients, yeah? Yeah?
Very good.
We'll do this again. Just push it in there for me. Touch the top. And look at that. Sick patients have appeared again. Now, can you write something which is positive and nice about your business, about what you do? And can you put that in the middle for me? Right in the middle, across that edge so that everybody can see it. Yeah? I'll get you to put that there. Can you see that? You got it? That's his card, isn't it? Yeah? Can you take your card out of there for me? It's in there somewhere.
Yeah, I had to look for
Have a
it.
look for it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Where is it? I can't find it.
And can you get your associate there, your young man, can you write down a good quality about this chap for me?
Oh, he said nice, bro.
Sorry?
He said, can't find a car big enough.
Right here. Loving. You really are you?
Yeah,
You really are. Well, I'll tell you what we do. We put that there. Just see if you're loving. Can I borrow your hand, young man? Can you put it there? Could you put your hand? You said loving, we do loving, all right?
Yes.
It doesn't come down to it. Now, I know, joking aside, that all seriousness, that your company, or what you do, you like to be very transparent with people. When if I just go in there and see if I can find your card, can I just see that? There we go, look at that.
Yeah.
Hold on. Where did that one come from? Can you show everybody what you've done with my cards? Souvenir for you. I meant to give this to the president earlier on.
I resigned.
Just bear with me, I'll just... here. In here is a prediction. There is a prediction. I'll give you that now. I meant to give it to you earlier. There's the prediction. That away. Now, I don't know if any of you know much about trade shows, but we did a survey some years ago, and apparently at a trade show, the product demonstration was the highest on the percentage. A magician was second, believe it or not. Robots were third, and PowerPoint presentations were sort of second from last. Little story I tell you. A guy I know, he worked for a big computer company. He this trade show. First one he did, he was really good. And David said, "You're excellent. We'll have you back again at some time, whatever." Anyway, the next year they didn't book him. So he was a little bit disappointed, although he was getting loads of bookings everywhere else. And so he decided to go to this show to see what attraction they had. And what did they have in his place? A big plastic square with a 10-foot boa constrictor in it. And that was their attraction. So it just shows you. There's group love for us all. And what you do is you've got to obviously mention the company name. My company's Magic Enigma. Why we're at the show. And what it solves for you. What their product solves. And obviously to do that you need to do some homework. So the marketing philosophy is explain the problem, tell them how the product is the solution, the benefits, and most of all how much it costs. And did you know it only takes 6 seconds to attract a potential customer to a stand. So when you're at an exhibition, most people don't know it subliminally, you only got 6 seconds to be attracted to that particular stand. Okay? There we go, have some fun. I wrote some numbers down. Could you put the top of my pen there, please? Now, you can't add up here, can you, most of you? No, not can I. Now, just to tell you, if you're 50 to 60, most of us can add up that numbers, can't we? If you're 30 to 50, you need a calculator. And if you're 20, it's phone a friend. Right. I'm just going to add these numbers up. Hold on, I wanted 9, 8, 17. Whoops, not that pen. Can I borrow that pen on there, please? 8, 17, 1, 10, 18, 21, to 8, 15, 25, to 6, 8, 10. Can you see that? 9, 17, 1, 10, 21, 1, 7. Is that right? 9, 17, 1, 10, 18, 21, 12, 19, 25, 2. Yeah, it's 10, 5, 1, 7. I was not going to come to. So cross that out. We've got as far as that. Young man, could I get you to stand up? Could you do me a favour? Could you face the audience? And could you hold both ends for me? Right, now, we start off with this young man here. Would you choose one of the numbers from the top line? Just one of the numbers.
4.
Number 4. So we cross off 4. Would you choose one for me, sir?
Top line?
No, the next line.
2.
2. That's 2, yeah? And how about you, Christine, on the third line? Choose a number in the third line.
That's the third one.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Can you see that far, Chris?
And how about Ray, our president? Would you choose one from the last line?
Yeah, number 5.
Number 5. So we cross that out. 5. So we've arrived at that number, okay? So let's do this again. Would you choose one now from the top line again?
2.
2. Oops. That's that one. Would you now choose one from the second line?
9.
9 from China. And who was it? Christine.
Number 3.
Number 3. And last one on the was the bottom
Number
line.
1.
Number 1. So we've got to cross out number 1. And we go again.
3.
3, that's in the top line. Sorry, my back's to you. 3. And who was next? 5. 5.
7.
7. You're getting the hang of this, aren't you?
2.
And Ray?
2.
2.
1.
Right, so what we left? We left with 1, 8, 4, 6. So, is that right? 1, 8, 4, 6. Yeah, so we leave that there. You can sit down there.
Thank you very much.
They're the numbers we left with, yeah? Now that was random, yeah? You agree with that? I didn't influence anybody in any way. Okay. Okay, so if we add the first column, 6 and 2 is 8 and 6 is 14. Carry 1 is 10, 17, 21. 2 is 4, 13, 18, 26. 2 is 6, 8, 12. Can anybody want to verify that for me? Just to add it up? Just add it up, make sure I added it up properly. Now, sir, could you take the prediction, Ray? And could you take out the prediction, undo it and take out the prediction?
You took this down well.
You got that, sir?
Yeah.
That's all right, was it? Yeah. And show everybody what it says.
1, 2, 6, 1, 4.
But there was a reason you all chose those numbers. And the reason is you all had to be here today because it's such a good cause that you support. And if you look very carefully, it is the date that you've all chosen. The 12th of June, 14. What do I? Any questions? Anybody will ask any questions about magic or anything in general? Yeah.
How many members of the are there in the Magic Circle?
There's about 1,500, and that's worldwide. That's international. There's probably at least 500 worldwide members and about 1,000 UK members. And they go in different groupings. If anybody wants to know, there's members of the Inner Magic Circle, associates of the Inner Magic Circles, and members of the Magic Circle. And also they've got apprentices now, which is a little thing.
Who would you say is one of the best magicians around?
Apart from yourself.
Oh, yes, yes.
It's so hard to say because things are changing. I come from a different generation of magicians to what there is now. That is Dynamo, which is the new kid on the block. His TV programmes are fabulous. I'm not sure that he's a live performer. He couldn't do a show probably as well as he does the TV programmes. But Paul Daniels, obviously, you either hate him or love him. But if you've ever seen him live, he's a brilliant performer live. And I've seen a lot of performers live. And to be able to handle any size of audience in any situation, he's one of the old timers. But it goes into vogue now. You've got mind readers. You've got Darren Brown, who's like flavour of the month at the moment, and a lot of them have got on the back of Dynamo on the TV series. You've got this Troy, and there's another guy called Ben something. And they've got all sort of youngsters coming in because they're trying to get the younger element involved, the sort of 15 to 30 year old. A friend of mine's got a show in London called the Card Shark Show, which he talks about card cheating, and it's with audio visuals, which is quite interesting. It's not only all magic, it's about how people cheat in casinos and stuff like that. Any other questions?
Wasn't Ali Boldo one of the chief?
Yeah, Ali Bongo was president at one
Yeah,
time, and he died recently, but he was one of the advisors of Paul Daniels and lots of other shows on TV. Then, just as a matter of fact, if ever you see a TV show, check the consultants, because the consultants make the show more than perhaps the magician's the vehicle for doing the tricks, but it's all the consultants' perhaps ideas and input that's made in where they are. It's rather like when you watch Fools and Horses. The guy who wrote it, who's now since passed away, that was so funny because of his writing. The actors were very, very good, but without that writing, it would have been what it was. Yeah. Anything else?
Barry, are you getting lots of youngsters joining the magic circle,
Well,
taking up magic?
Not really, because a lot of them now, it's internet magic. And we just had a conversation about playing the piano. What they do is they go on the internet and they see a trick, and perhaps it's explained, and they copy it from the internet. But they don't get any, and with this communication with Facebook and text and everything else, they're not communicative. In other words, they learn magic tricks, but they not necessarily can go in a situation and communicate with people, which is, which is half the battle, really. Anything else? Well, thank you for. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed myself, and again, thanks for the hospitality. And I think I'm seeing some of you tonight as well, so I look forward to that. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Barry.
Yeah.
Magic is a fascinating subject. I've learned about it before we were married. Ray's still wondering how I make his money disappear. You've enthralled us all, nobody fell asleep. We've all thoroughly enjoyed what you've told us, the tricks that you've done. Just one last thing, we've got a party coming up soon. If I provide the balloons, can you provide the Thank you, can we show our appreciation?
We've got a party. I don't know about that. Right, over to you.